Hey, this is Josh Hall in our field operations department. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about soil erosion by water. So there's soil erosion by wind, and we combat that by putting in wind strips or border strips to protect our small plants, and also to protect the soil from being taken away by the wind. But today it's more about the water. So when we have heavy rains in the summer, mainly in the summer months, obviously the last couple weeks in July here, we've had a lot of rain and pretty heavy rain. So that can cause issues with causing soil to erode away. And when we get into our direct seeded plantings, that can cause major issues because it causes the seeds to be moved from where they were initially planted, which causes issues taking care of the crop, whether it be fertilizing, cultivating, spraying. It just becomes extremely difficult to take care of the crop. So right now we're in a planting. It was planted, I believe it was last week. You can see this is turnip seed. You can see it's already started to germinate in the ground. Nothing has come out of the ground yet, but it has germinated. Within 3-4 days you'll start seeing small plants come up. Anyways, so this field has experienced pretty heavy rain since it's been planted. You can see small areas here and there where you can see right here in front of me there's a little bit of a canal, I guess, that that water created just by running off, and then it got into this tire track, and eventually it gets to what we call terraces. So we've got terraces in many of our fields that we've identified that have runoff issues. It's very common, but you can see right here, the way this works is it directs the flow of water. So over here, this is a higher level than where I'm standing right now. So obviously all the water is going to run towards me when it rains very heavily. So as that water comes this way, instead of just letting it freely flow and creating a very large issue down in this bottom area and washing out that whole planting, we put in these terraces in the field and we shape them to direct the water out of the field. So this water is coming down, hitting this terrace. This is a little hump right here. It's hard to tell on camera, but it is a little hill, and so that water hits and it can't go any further, so it comes around. You can see where the water has flowed the last week or two, and then it eventually comes out here, and there is a pipe. You can't see it from here, but there is a pipe over here. That pipe directs that water into this tree line, and then eventually it connects into a waterway which flows all the way back into those woods. So long video, but this was just an example of something else that we have to do out here in the field to ensure we get the best yields we can. If we did not have these terraces, we would potentially, or probably, with the heavy rain we've had, lose everything from about here down. You can even see there's still been, even with the terrace, it looks like some water was able to get over the terrace, and you can still see out here some of the areas where you had washouts, or what you call it. So washout, so these little areas will likely not produce a crop just because the seed has been displaced. But again, just wanted to show this to y'all. Thank you.
Hey everybody, it's Deborah, Driver Recruiter. I wanted to hop on here and just let you guys know about an upcoming event that we have on Saturday, August 13th from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. We're going to be having our very first ever driver job fair. We're going to be having some giveaways on that day with some refreshments. If you know anybody who has their Class A's, send them out. We're going to have WIS promoting this. We're going to have some signs out throughout the area. Again, this is going to be Saturday, August 13th from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's going to be in the admin parking lot. So please do not park there after Friday evening, so that area is available for us to set up Saturday morning. We will have refreshments and giveaways. One of the giveaways for anyone who is a Rawl employee, doesn't matter what department you're in, is a blue Yeti cooler. Now, there is no limit to how many times your name gets put in to win this Yeti cooler. As long as your person that you referred puts your full name or your ID number on the ticket that they have to fill out. Again, there is no limit, so you can have your name put in there, 1, 100, doesn't matter. As long as whoever you refer comes out and puts your name on the referral ticket. Again, it has to have your full name or your ID number. If you have any questions or concerns, let us know. But again, this is going to be our very first driver job fair on Saturday, August 13th from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Hello, this is Kyle from the Supply Chain Department. I'd like to take a minute and talk to you about our contract grower program. Throughout the year, there are items that we do not grow enough of to meet our customer demands, and so we utilize contract growers to meet the difference. Summertime is a critical time for us. As you all know, it's very hot in Pelion, so it limits what we can grow. And although we are growing in Pennsylvania, at our farm up there, we still have a gap as to what we need to meet our customer demands. So this summer, we're utilizing 9 contract growers in 7 different states, and it's throughout the United States, North Carolina, Virginia, Ohio, New York, Michigan, Colorado, and California. We choose these growers based on their ability to meet our quality standards, our food safety standards, and the volume, the large volume that we need. So that's how we choose these growers. This year we have 2 new growers. They're both organic growers, one in Ohio and one in New York. And we have a few growers that have been with us 2 or 3 years, and we also have 3 growers that have been with us 5 or more years. So very critical to our success. The planning part of it, how we decide, what we need to contract, that starts many months before we get to this period. For this contract period, which started in late June, we started the discussion in December. We went through the numbers, and it's a number of different departments that have to come together and decide, what do we think we're going to sell? What do we think we're going to grow ourselves? And then, what is the difference? What do we need to contract? What is best to contract? So there's a lot of things that go into the planning. And then in early February is when I reach out to the growers and start to discuss, what we'd like them for us, what we'd like them to grow for us. And quantities and volumes and pricing and things like that. So a lot of planning way far in advance to get to this point. So, but our goal is to make sure that our customers are continued to be supplied with everything they want from us, whether it be from our farm or from one of the contract growers.
Hey everyone, it's Melinda from Sales Department, and I just wanted to give you an update on our corn. Started off a little rocky this year with some quality issues, but we finished up strong with sales totaling over $1 million this year. And also I made a good contact for next year. So if we have any issues with corn, worm damage, quality issues, I met a new customer that will buy that corn and trade pack it. So it was a great year for corn, and we'll do it again next year. Thanks.
Hey everybody, it's Pete with the Transportation Department for your Take 5 tip for the week. When you come to a stop sign, you should always come to a complete stop and give yourself about 3 full seconds before pulling off and continue driving. During the time you stop, make sure you turn to the right, turn to the left, and turn to the right again in case somebody pulls up. The same principle applies when you're at a stoplight and it turns green. A lot of people like to hit that gas and get going when they see the green light. However, a lot of other drivers, when they see a red light or a yellow turning into a red light, they don't slow down and hit the brakes, so they're going to fly through the intersections and causing a T-bone accident. A T-bone accident is one of the most deadliest of car accidents, especially if you get hit on the driver's side. So to prevent this, if you happen to be the first car at a green light, a red light that turns green, make sure you're looking both ways again to make sure nobody's oncoming into that traffic, oncoming traffic. So that's Pete for this week. Talk to you next time. Bye.